Okay, let's check out how the movies from Friday did. Here they are right here. We have One Battle After Another from Warner Brothers, which is in first place, has made $22 million. Pretty interesting. Gabby's Dollhouse from Universal made $13 million. That's cool. Then we have The Strangers Chapter 2. Ooh, down here in fifth place, which has made $5 million. The thing with the One Battle After Another, it's getting kind of like strange reviews, I guess. One of them is 7 stars out of 10. Sorry, but this doesn't deserve all of the 10 out of 10s. Granted, it's good and I like most of Pite's films, but it's not like this is anywhere near as brilliant as something like There Will Be Blood or The Master. The plot is very simple, and while that's not a bad thing, I find it difficult finding anything substantial to grab onto. The performances are certainly good, but again, it feels like all the actors, with the exception of probably Chase Infinity and maybe Sean Penn, aren't given a whole lot to do. Interesting. Another one says 8 stars out of 10. Chaos at its best. The film throws you into a whirlwind of noise, energy, and raw emotion. The music, for me, is a driving force behind it all, adding layers of tension and rhythm that keep you at the tip of your seat for the full 160 minutes. The piano in the second act standing out as unforgettable. That's so weird. Yeah, it's a long movie. 2 hours and 40 minutes. Wolf of Wall Street vibes. This review is 6 out of 10. Overrated. The title of my review is automatically going to be downvoted, but it just represents exactly how I feel. This was a perfectly serviceable film that I was able to watch from start to finish and come out saying, yeah, it was fine. When it comes to any Paul Thomas Anderson film, digging for a point and meaning to them is, in my opinion, a waste of time. You either connect with the characters and surreal world that they live in, or you don't. Here, I just didn't. I don't understand anything about what motivates the characters, and only see service level topics around immigration, racism, and political revolution. That's what some people are saying about this movie, is that it seems to be a little Antifa-y or something. It's kind of reflective and suggestive of what's currently going on now in politics. The other movie is the Gabby's Dollhouse from DreamWorks. Seems to be good reviews. There's only 27 reviews, so there's not too many. So this one says 7 out of 10 stars. Good family movie. I just saw Gabby's Dollhouse and I really liked it. Disclaimer: before this movie, I had never seen the show or even heard of it, and I'm a young adult, not the target preschool audience. But even with that, I still enjoyed the emotional beats, the music, and the film overall. See, that's what's really cool. Like, if the story is for kids or whatever, there's usually a structure to it with, like, the character having its arc, a villain, or like a bad teacher, or something like that. And there's always like a moral to it. And that's cool because even an adult could watch kids stuff and it still follows the same story structure. This one says 5 out of 10 stars. Cute for little girls. That's about it. Decent pace, cute characters with eye-rolling dialogue. But hey, that's to be expected for a child show turned film. The brightest point was Kristen Wiig. Parents will love her animated expressions, goofy humor, and surprisingly lovey costume/makeup. Safe movie for the whole family. Lighthearted entertainment is never a bad thing. That's good. The next film is The Strangers Chapter 2, and it's probably going to be based off of how good of a sequel it is, If it's not unnecessary, like, expansion of the story, or if it's a prequel, and it's like, we didn't need to know that, or the writers see that everybody liked the character, so they expand on that one for the sequel or a prequel. Some reviews for the film are 6 stars, better but still messy. The film opens with strong suspense that pulls you in quickly, and the atmosphere stays tense throughout. Madeline's character is easily the standout, bringing depth and emotion that the story sometimes struggles to provide. The pacing, however, slows down in the middle and leans too much on predictable jump scares, which may divide viewers. Still, it feels like a setup from the first chapter and shows potential for where the series could go next. I've noticed that. I don't know why they keep doing the jump scare thing. That's like all they can do. You can put your character in scary situations and invoke, like a feeling of unease. Like, you can put them in a scary situation and it still feels like a horror movie. You don't have to do the jump scare thing, because then we know it. We're like, oh, like they're gonna go into a dark room and then the monster pops up, or they open the door, or the guy's behind them. Like that stuff gets old, and you need to experiment with that and come up with new tropes. This one is 5 out of 10 stars. Starts off strong, then shoots itself in the foot with questionable decisions. Yeah, I don't understand that. I feel like you need to come up with the plot and where your character is going to end up, and maybe work backwards to that. Like write the movie in reverse until the character gets to a spot where it seems like the character started from. This review is 1 out of 10 stars. Pathetic. Truly an abysmal film full of logic holes. The worst CGI animals since either CGI or animals themselves were invented. The script plods along, somehow managing to be all chase and all dull at the same time. A feat never before achieved in cinematic history. The backstory elements are nonsensical and simply diminish again the original 2008 movie. There you go. That's honestly, that's probably a real review. That's probably what the movie is. So... but yeah, anyways, comment down below if you've seen any of these movies. Tell me what you thought of them. Tell me if you agree with these reviews for some of these. And then maybe if you have seen the one battle after the next movie, if you've seen it, write down below and tell me what you thought of that. Does it feel really political about like the current times? I'll probably be doing a review of it soon, so...